He hasn't seen it all, but sometimes it certainly feels that way. Today, CW30 News reporter Jeff Bimefor visited an Arkansas farmer nearly a century old, a man who has vivid memories of all the great Mid-South floods of the past and present.
Hubert Hines has lived in this house on County Road 738 outside of Forrest City, Arkansas since 1934. He's been around to see all the big floods since 1927.
I didn't think I would ever live to see what I can see.
I tell him all the time, I say, you just about seen everything.
That includes this year's record floods, plus the devastation in 1937 and 27, when Hubert was only 10.
I'll never will forget it. On Easter Sunday, it come a storm and blow the house down, had about 3 foot of water on it.
10 years later, Hubert and his family were flooded again.
In 37, he was a grown man. Then he was about 20 years old.
Okay.
And they had to move out again. That time they moved out, he said they never did go back.
That's a lot of flooding for one lifetime.
There'll be 3 I see.
Imagine one of those would have been plenty.
That's right.
No matter how spry you are at 93 years of age, you're going to need a support system. Luckily for Hubert, he has one. Right down the street, his son Edward lives right here, and he's heard all the flood stories.
He's told me quite a lot about the floods of 27 and 37. He said it's better now than it was back then. Yeah, he said it's a lot better.
I would think it was worse back then than it was now.
Okay.
People now got so many different ways to you can get help.
Right.
But back then, you did both things. You had mule and wagon.
And boats, which in 37 would get you a long way.
We could get in a boat and go to Hughes, West Memphis, in boats.
That's a long way to paddle, and Hubert still hasn't slowed down.
I took him up there Wednesday, and he got his driver's license again. You know, he had to pass a vision test. He had a pretty good struggle, but he got his driver's license.
One of the things the floodwaters have forced both Hubert and Edward to deal with is this bridge over Crowley's Creek, or at least what used to be a bridge over Crowley's Creek. There's the roadway portion of it right there. And Hubert's telling me that after 3 of these in his lifetime, he hopes he never crosses path with floods like this again. Near Forrest City, Arkansas, Jeff Bimefor, CW30 News.
Hubert turns 94 on June 6th. He says he's not up for any of those 100-year floods again.